Welcome to Talking NEP, everyone. I'm your host, Gary Perna, and thank you for joining us here on WYLN TV. Today, we're going to talk about a program that is sponsored by the Pennsylvania State Police. It's their Citizens Academy. We're going to talk all about it, learn about it, and why it's a good idea for you to sign up to get the best information you can about how the state police work and who really should be taking this course. We're going to get all that great information from Trooper Anthony Petroski when we come back right here on Talking NEPA. Stay with us.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the kids are free, where fans become friends, where good times roll, and the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it, Pocono style. New this year, the Great Pocono Raceway Air Show.
WYLN has strong ties to the community and it's committed to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hand Society telethons. WYLN's commitment to Pennsylvania continues with the broadcast of Hazleton's Fun Fest Parade and the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants Despair Hill Climb. And throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other community events. WYLN, we're your local network.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialist, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about visiting a restaurant that has a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we'll be featuring on our show. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Jeff Bonomo and his co-host, Alan Giannetti, welcome you into the world of craft beer, great wine, and good food. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops.
Welcome back to Talking NEP, everyone, here on WYLN. Thanks for joining us. And today I'm joined by Trooper Anthony Petroski from Pennsylvania State Police Hazleton. And, you know, usually we're across the studio doing Trooper Talk Tuesday.
Something different.
It's a little different today to talk about the Citizens Police Academy. And this is a great program, so we're gonna spend a lot of time talking about this. So first of all, you know, Trooper Petroski, how did this come about? How did this academy start, and why is it so important for people to truly understand the work Pennsylvania State Police troopers do?
Well, it started a long time ago. It's a department-wide program, and Troop N did it for a while, and then up until about 3 years ago, it was a 15 to 17-year span where the program wasn't done. It's up to the Troop Community Services officers to put the program on. 3 years ago, we thought, let's bring it back to Troop N. So we did. We have it at Penn State Hazleton. It's been a great success, and really what it does is it dives deep into the Pennsylvania State Police, what it's like to be a trooper, what it's like to be in law enforcement, and all the entities within this Pennsylvania State Police. We get to talk about it. Each week there's 2 to 3 different presenters, and students get to learn, they get to ask questions, they get to try equipment on, go out, see vehicles, things like that.
So this is really an interesting program because it gives the average citizen a kind of that behind-the-scenes look of how the state troopers operate. And we're talking state troopers, 100-year history, a little over
100 plus,
100
yes.
plus year history. So there's a lot that goes into this. And for the average everyday citizen to kind of get a look to see how this works, is pretty interesting because we don't really always get to see the inner workings or really how the different parts of state police work together.
Correct, and there's a lot of moving parts within our department, and a lot of times people will see us, they'll see us out at a crime scene, they'll see us pulling somebody over at a crash scene, driving by, and they're trying to look, they're trying to see what we're doing. This is their opportunity to join us now. It's an 8-week program. It's every Tuesday within those 8 weeks for 2.5 hours, 6 to 8:30 p.m. And again, each week has different presenters, and they get to learn about us. So I know a lot of people are interested about our canines in the Pennsylvania State Police. Well, one of the presenters is a state police canine, and he brings the dog in, does a demonstration, talks about the dog, how they train, things like that. I mean, really, it's for anybody who wants to learn about state police, law enforcement, and anybody who's interested in going into law enforcement as a career. It's a great opportunity, and on top of that, it's a free program.
This is actually pretty cool. So when it was brought back 3 years ago, I know we did a big story on it. We were out at Penn State where you guys hold it, and you had a bunch of people show up who were very interested. So let's back up and talk about people eligible to come in to this program. So how does somebody who is kind of interested in this, what should they be doing?
Well, it's very simple. There's an application, and you can pick up the application at any Troop N station, which would be Hazleton, Bloomsburg, Fernridge, Lehighton, and Stroudsburg. Or if anybody's interested, they could call me or email me, and I could send an electronic application. It's very simple. Fill out that application. Once I receive it, I'll do a background investigation, and then I'll let you know relatively soon whether or not you were accepted into the program. You just have to be 18 years or older.
And this is actually pretty cool, especially for any type of crime watch groups. Again, you said people who are interested in going into this field with it. I know last year I remember talking to, I think, a gentleman from Cunningham who was taking part in the program because they were doing a crime watch group and stuff like that. So this really helps them to understand some of the things that they should be looking out for as well.
Absolutely it does. We've had many people in crime watches that have attended over the past couple of years, and it's good for them because they learn how we operate as state police, so then they can make their own rules and regulations within their crime watch, knowing how police are going to respond, how police do certain things. So yeah, it's an eye-opener. And you know what? We've had many people who sign up simply because they like watching police shows on TV and they find it interesting. And with that being said, one of our presenters is a criminal investigator who has over 20 years investigating cold cases. He actually does a case study the 1 week, a real case that he worked on. It's better than watching TV. It really is great. Everybody loved it.
So let's talk about some of the presenters you're going to have there. So, you know, day one of the class, what can we expect?
Day one, they're going to get an overview of what to expect for the course. They'll get an itinerary for each week so they know who's coming. And they're going to learn from myself and Trooper Peters about what we do as public information officers, things like this, talking, getting good information out there to the public. They're also going to hear from our patrol members. Patrol is the backbone of any police department. So they're going to hear from the patrol members, and they come up here. I bring two up. They come up and they talk about calls they go on, what they do, the different type. There's so much work that goes involved in being in patrol. And then they show some equipment and actually let the students go out and see the car. A lot of people have never been in one of our police vehicles. They don't know we have a computer, a printer.
Which is probably a good thing.
Correct, right. They don't know that. We have a printer in the glove box. They get to see all this stuff. And we even let them do a radar demonstration of some cars on Penn State campus. They could clock some speeds on the radar to see how it works. It's very interesting.
You know, when we were looking at this, and you know, when we first started talking about it, you said you have to do a background check, and I was like, really? Then it kind of dawned on me, yeah, Pennsylvania State Police, this is kind of an important thing that you want to have the right people.
Correct, and we don't want anybody with warrants sitting in our class.
Right.
I mean, as police, you look into everybody.
Right.
You know, even when you just have a conversation with somebody, you're always looking into people. So again, it's a minor background investigation. That's it. But you know, this really is a great course, and it's free. And on top of that, people hear academy. There's no running involved. There's no tests. There's no final exams. You know, it's all pretty much all classroom presentations with a lot of demonstrations, equipment showing, things like that.
So this is one of those great things. So we talked about patrol, we talked about the K-9, with the cold case. What are some of the other things that we can expect to learn about the Pennsylvania State Police? We usually bring the Luzerne County District Attorney up, Stephanie Salavantis. She comes up and she talks about her role in law enforcement and prosecuting cases. We definitely have a CERT operator, which is a Special Emergency Response Team. That's State Police SWAT team. They come up, they give a great presentation. They have tons of tools and different things that people only see on TV, and they actually dissect them and show them, and you know, show some videos and pictures of what they actually do at incidents. We bring our Heritage Affairs commander up from Harrisburg, and a lot of people don't know that we have a Heritage Affairs section within State Police. So what he does is he handles civil tension within the Commonwealth. A lot of people don't know that. You know, a bunch of fire marshal comes up, and again, he talks about cases that he worked on, and he shows video, all real stuff. None of it's made up. It's all everyday operation here at the Citizens Police Academy. Everything is real. Everything was actually worked on. All right, we're going to stop right there, but when we come back, we'll have more on this academy, and maybe I'll get a couple questions in about the inner workings of state police that we can see right here on our show. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on Talking NEPA on WYLN.
The summer of Jeep, Wrangler, Cherokee, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Your new adventure starts now. Lease a new Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport 4x4 for $299 for 36 months. Let them hear you coming in the new Jeep Cherokee Latitude Plus 4x4. Lease for just $199 for 42 months. And get 0% for 60 months plus $1,000 in bonus cash on the 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Come see why you'll be kicking it during the summer of Jeep at allamericanjeep.net.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs baseball. WYLN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs live. America's favorite pastime on your local network, WYLN TV 35. See the Stars of Tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WYLN TV 35. Visit WYLNTV.com for a complete Iron Pigs schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WYLN, your home for live sports.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Breaking news, community news, local news, regional news. News that affects you, us, and our community.
That's what we do.
Every day we work to bring the news and information that is important to you, to us, and to our communities.
WYLN, we're your local network. Welcome back to Talking NEPA here on WYLN TV. Thanks for sticking with us. And we're talking with Trooper Anthony Petroski from Pennsylvania State Police Hazleton. And we're talking about the Pennsylvania State Police Citizens Police Academy that will be going on. That will be starting this fall. So, Trooper, we kind of get a little bit of an overview before the break about everything's going on. You said this runs every Tuesday. So it starts in September, correct?
October. It starts October 1st. And it runs through November 19th, and it's every Tuesday within that time frame from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
And the deadline was September 20th.
The deadline to register for is September 20th, yes.
See, I was close on a date there. Okay, so you have to get those in. We had your email address up throughout the show. People can email you and say, hey, send me the application.
Absolutely.
I'd love to do it.
Yes.
Free?
Yes.
No tests?
Correct.
No running.
No running.
All right. So
remember that. No running.
No. So this isn't Camp Cadet.
It's not Camp Cadet. It's not the actual State Police Academy. Yes.
Good, because I'd be laying on the side of University Drive. Anyway, so this is a great event for people to look inside. We did a little bit of an overview, but you have presenters who come in who are part of Pennsylvania State Police or law enforcement. So everyone, you kind of get this great overview picture of it as well. We talked about the CERT team, the fire marshal coming in. Is there any other special teams within the state police that we're going to be able to hear from?
Yeah, our computer crimes team. Okay. And they specialize in anything related to social media, internet use, crimes over the internet, things like that. And they do a great presentation. A lot of people don't realize we have that within the state police either. They're kind of behind the scenes. They're out in the truck dissecting devices, things like that, and they'll actually talk about it. And it's great for people who are in there to learn what they do. On top of that, I'm sure people who are in our class, their children are using mobile devices and things like that, and they can learn a little bit. It's very eye-opening. It really is.
And this also is a great opportunity for anyone who has maybe a little inkling about law enforcement. And one of the things I think we always forget about, even in law enforcement, the computer crime people, they have degrees in computer science and all this other stuff, right. And they find their way kind of to the state police. So that's another great opportunity for them to learn from.
Yeah, and it gives people who are interested in law enforcement, it really shows them there's more within law enforcement to do than just being in patrol. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's other options. And being in a large department like the Pennsylvania State Police shows you that there's large opportunities for different jobs.
I always find it interesting when we talk to people, and they always see the police or the state troopers and say, oh, they're out doing traffic drugs, this multifaceted. The CERT team, you have the mounted patrol, you have the K-9 unit, and the helicopter unit too. A lot of people, I don't think, kind of realize that state police helicopter is a very important tool for you guys.
It is, and that's used quite often, and it's a great tool because eyes in the sky are wonderful, and they relay the information down to us on the ground. On top of that, our forensic services unit, everybody loves forensic service, right? Everybody wants to do fingerprints and they want to find that speck of blood. They come up and they do a presentation. They'll show real pictures, they'll talk about real cases they went on, and these guys and girls, they're meticulous with their work, and they do a great presentation. Everybody always looks forward to hearing from them, because people like the CSI shows, things like that. This is real life.
Yeah, yes. So I mean, show of hands who watches those shows, and you're like, oh, that'd be so cool to do that. Right. But somebody who did do that well in science probably wasn't for me. But having them come up and show the different facets of police work, not only state police, is great, because there's always a need for people to step up to do this job. We've talked so many times on our Trooper Talk segment inside WILN News about the different things that are going on, and how there's always a need for people to protect the community, and this is one of those ways where they can learn how to do that.
Absolutely, and it might spark somebody's interest in going into law enforcement. On TV shows, things happen real quick, and within those 30, 60 minutes, a crime is solved. But that's not always the case. There's a lot of moving parts, and it takes time. And they come to Academy like this, they can learn each week how these moving parts all work together as one to get the job done.
And something that also fascinates me about state police is how well it always functions, and there are so many different moving parts to it. But when you show up, and as the media, we're always kind of on the sidelines, kind of watching. But you have the forensic units, you have the marked police cars there, you have the detectives, all this that goes on. It's very interesting to see how it all works, and that comes with these years of trainings and service and all this that goes on. So for everyone to kind of get a look and see how that kind of all works together. And as you pointed out, sometimes there's not always what you need right here in Hazleton, but you state barracks all over the place.
Right.
You call and say, we have this going on, we need with this, and resources are there instantaneously.
Correct. I mean, we have to work together. Some specialized units aren't based out of here in Hazleton. We just give them a call. It may take them a little bit to get here, but they'll be on their way. And we can talk about that. And the great thing is about this program, the presentation goes on, the presenter talks, but there's always time for questions. I mean, this is an opportunity where we get to give back to the community in which we serve in, 4 counties for Troop N. This is our chance to give back, show the community what we do, the different parts of the Pennsylvania State Police, and answer your questions and talk and have that interaction. I mean, this is the time for it. And we learn a lot from our students, and we take that information back with us. So it works both ways. This is a great program, and we're talking about the Citizens Police Academy, which will be October 1st through the 19th, every Tuesday night at Penn State Hazleton, and that's something else I want to bring up. You guys have a great partnership with Penn State Hazleton. You have the academy there, but you also have Camp Cadet. Yes.
It's a great place, so that's always great to have a neighbor or a partner to turn to and say, hey, we got these great events coming up.
It is, and the nice thing is the facility is phenomenal there. It's a great classroom for this academy. It's close, it's kind of centralized here in our coverage area, and they are wonderful. And this is offered to anybody. Penn State faculty, Penn State students, anybody in the 4 counties that Troop N covers is more than welcome to sign up for this program. And again, it's free.
When you started it, yourself and Trooper Peters 3 years ago, said we were going to redo this, did you think that the turnout and the support you've been getting with it would be there?
It's always your hope. You do something, you put everything into it, so you want it to be a huge success. And it grew from the first year to the second year, and we want it to grow even more this year. It's a great program. The people who go through it love it. They want to come back again. So we want more people to experience this. It really is, it's an awesome program.
Awesome program. Pennsylvania State Police Citizens Police Academy will be going on October 1st through the 19th. Registration is open now, so make sure we've been putting the email address up. Make sure you get a hold of Trooper Petroski to get your application in. That will end in September. But we're going to be right back. Stay with us with more here on Talking NEPA on WILN.
The Hazleton Rotary Wine and Beer Festival is Saturday, August 24th from noon until 6:30 at the Hazel Township Babe Ruth Field on Hazel Township Boulevard. Come sample great craft beers and wines, taste some great food, and listen to some fantastic music. Ostrich Hat kicks off the day at noon, and Cartoon goes on at 3. Tickets are available in advance at hazeltonrotary.ticketleap.com or at any of the places listed on your screen.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet Major New. You'll hear all about his very distinguished career in our military and serving his country, and also how good chiropractic care has helped him to stay fit. He's also going to give you some very important information for our veterans on how you too can get care. That's coming up this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. Packages are available to fit anyone's budget, and there is a restaurant and catering on site. The facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor parties, private parties of any kind. Call 570-384-2314. Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Welcome back to Talking NEPA here on WYLN. Thanks for sticking with us. We're talking with Trooper Anthony Petroski from Pennsylvania State Police Hazleton about the Citizens Police Academy. So Trooper, again, give us all those important dates for everyone who's interested in going into this academy.
The Citizens Police Academy starts October 1st and it runs through November 19th. It's every Tuesday within that time frame from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and registration deadline is September 20th.
Okay, and they can email you, it's up on the screen now, to get that information and get it back to you before the deadline. And the nice thing about this, you know, we said it a couple of times during the show, there's no running, there's no tests, so you'll be okay.
It's true.
A classroom, a little field trip out to the parking lot sometimes.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt anybody.
To get, everyone likes a field trip in school, to get to see some of the tools that you guys use also. We talked about some of the presenters that will be there as well, and another one that will be there is a recruiter. And this is always very important because, you know, we talk about always having that next class ready to go in to help serve the community, and there will also be the recruiter there to talk to them about saying, hey, you know, if you're interested in this, let's have a chat.
Yeah, you know what, we feel it's important to have the trooper and recruiter there in case anybody's interested in signing up for the Pennsylvania State Police. I mean, our ultimate goal is to educate people and let them know about us, but if somebody's interested, they're going to get a lot of good information from the recruiter. And he has a great video that was made by the Academy, which shows a little bit about Academy life. And that's interesting for everybody, not just people who want to sign up, because our Academy is very strict and it's an interesting place. So people really enjoy that video.
And it's in the sweetest place on earth. So,
of course.
You know, not that you all get to go to Hershey while you're in the academy that much,
not
but
at all.
Anyway, it's just that it's there. So that's also a great thing. You know, we've talked so much about all the different things that go into it, and I'm going to let you put just a little bit of a recruiting hat on, so I hope the recruiter doesn't yell at us. But this is a great opportunity for those interested in going into it to meet the recruiter and to see what goes on, because the academy is a little strenuous, it is strict. A lot of academies are structured and following Pennsylvania State Police, so this gives them the opportunity to get that one-on-one and really have that in-depth conversation with them about it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, ask the questions. This is your chance. Instead of sending email back and forth, this is your chance to talk to troopers one-on-one, talk to the recruiter one-on-one, ask about the academy, ask about certain things, you know. I mean, a lot of people don't know you only need 60 college credits to become a state trooper. 30 to apply, 60 by the time you enter the academy. People don't know that, and a lot of people think you need the 4 years, but really it's 60 college credits in anything. And people will learn this, and again, it's a good opportunity for them to hear about their requirements to become a state trooper.
So obviously we spent a lot of time talking about the Citizens Police Academy, but there's so much that goes on, and I want to just quickly here at the end talk a little bit about some of the other things that you guys do throughout the year. We just wrapped up Camp Cadet, which is a great opportunity for the youngsters in the community to learn. You've had kids who were in Camp Cadet who went on to the academy, so that's always really cool to see that. And Camp Cadet is great, and I just want to give a little plug for that real quick about this program and how great it is to have right here in the greater Hazleton area.
Yeah, and I mean, Camp Cadet is a phenomenal program. And you mentioned a couple individuals. They're going to be graduating the academy soon. And 2 of them who went through Troop N Camp Cadet are coming to Troop N as troopers.
Wonderful.
So that's awesome to see. I mean, they went from Camp Cadet, and it really showed them that they wanted to go in law enforcement, and they're going to be troopers here really shortly. It's a good feeling. But yeah, Camp Cadet's a great program. Again, that's at Penn State Hazleton. Our Citizens Police Academy, Penn State Hazleton. We have a great partnership with them.
And that's one of the big keys. And I also want to talk about something that happened in the summer already, and it was a great program we love talking about. That's the Sunny Day Camp.
Oh, yeah.
That's always a great opportunity for people to come out, especially those individuals with special needs, to get that day out and to see literally almost everything that the Pennsylvania State Police has to offer.
Yeah,
plus
Sunny Day Camp is, I mean, words can't explain it. You have to be there. And that's our one-day camp for individuals with special needs and disabilities. Completely free. We have great sponsors. And we bring every asset we can out to our Sunny Day, which is at the Pocono Racetrack. We even teamed up with the Porsche Racing Club that takes the kids out on the track in sports cars. It's phenomenal. It's a day full of smiles. This year we actually had beautiful weather. It was actually sunny on Sunny Day. But you know what? We try to do these programs to give back to the community in which we serve. And it's important to us, it's important to the state police to have a good partnership with the community. They're the eyes and the ears when we can't be. And we rely on them, so we like to give back. And a program like this, being completely free and educating the citizens, it's a win for us.
And I also point out, throughout the year, yourself along with Trooper Peters are out in the community. You're at a ton of events that go on, fairs that will be going on, all this stuff. And quickly, I'll give you a little plug here. If a group is interested in having a trooper talk, how can they do that? It's
very easy. They can reach out to myself or Trooper Peters. We work out of Troop N, which is Hazleton, Fern Ridge, Bloomsburg, Lehighton, and Stroudsburg Barracks. We cover 4 counties. If anybody's interested in having us come and speak, do a presentation, take a tour of a station, they could call us at a Troop N headquarters. They could email me. It's no problem at all. Again, we're the liaisons between the 4 counties that Troop N covers. So we're kind of the liaisons between us and the community. So we love to get out there.
All right. Trooper Petroski, we're out of time. Thank you so much for coming out and talking with me.
I appreciate it.
Citizens Police Academy, October 1st through the 19th. It's a Tuesday night through that whole span. A great opportunity to learn more. You can email Trooper Petroski. It's been up on the screen. Or you can call the State Police Barracks in Hazleton. They'll get you the information as well. A great way to learn all about the inner workings of the Pennsylvania State Police and law enforcement right here in our area. Thanks for joining us, everyone, on Talking NEPA. We'll catch you next time here on WYLN.